What's up guys, cejaman here showing you guys my collection so far of the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series / Batman the New Adventures action figures. Now the only one that I don't have is that Skyrocket. It's I think it's a female character from the New Adventures, and I don't know if it's from Batman or Superman, because if you guys remember, they did do a series where they were together with Batman and Superman, but I passed on that one. If I get it down the line, we'll see. Not too sure. If you guys recommend it, let me know in the comments below. But right now, what you guys are looking at is the villains, the rogue gallery right here. These are all the villains that they have released so far in DC Collectibles for Batman the Animated Series and the New Adventures. So we'll start from the left and we'll go all the way down to the right, and then we'll bring out the heroes, and then we'll bring out the vehicles. Some of these figures are kind of hard to get them to stand on their own. You have to really mess with the articulation, the feet, or you might have to use some of the bases that come with the figures, which I honestly don't like, but they have peg holes. I just couldn't find any of my NECA bases to use on these. But on the left, we have Mr. Freeze from the New Adventures of Batman, and then right next to him is the Mad Hatter. And if you guys want to see reviews on these, I did do reviews on every one of these figures. Now, the Mad Hatter looks great. He was a surprising figure. Mr. Freeze I did like, but I prefer the animated series Mr. Freeze, so hopefully we get that version. Coming right over here, we have the Penguin, which I loved a lot, and I actually do hope we do get a New Adventures Penguin. And coming up over here beside him, or actually kind of in the back, we have the Creeper. Is it the Creeper? I think it's the Creeper. I don't think it's Creep. I think it's the Creeper. So you have the Creeper right there. We have Two-Face right there, which is another great looking figure. So hopefully we get the other version of Two-Face as well. And then we come down over here, we have Scarecrow, which is from the New Batman Adventures, this is a great figure, a very creepy looking figure, but again, I do prefer the animated series version. Right over here, we have Batman the Animated Series, Joker, and Harley Quinn, and I'm pretty sure, you know, I do want to get versions of them as well as the New Adventure figures or characters, and there is going to be a 2-pack coming out of each of these. I think Harley Quinn's going to be like in a dress, and Joker's outfit might be tweaked a little. But there's the two main villains I want to say from the animated series. I think are, you know, one of the great villains from the animated series. Right over here is one of the recent ones as well that just came out, and that is Killer Croc. I like this design, but honestly, I still prefer the animated series. This one here is from the New Adventures. Coming over here, we have Catwoman from Batman the Animated Series. Just kind of leaning on the figures right there. I couldn't get her to stand. She kept on falling over. But I actually do like how she looked in the New Adventures of Batman as well. Then right over here, we have a fan favorite. We got Bane, a really cool looking figure, but I still prefer the animated series version, but this one is still a really cool figure. It's very tall as well. You can see how he stands next to Killer Croc. Coming up next over here is the Riddler. Now this one is a very nice figure. I love how this figure came out. And some of my favorite episodes are including the Riddler from Batman the Animated Series. Next over here we have another, this one was awesome. This was a freaking badass figure, and that is Man-Bat, a very cool figure. He came with interchangeable hands, and his hands obviously have wings, but he was a very cool figure, a tall figure as well, and a very wide figure as well. Coming over here we have Poison Ivy. This is from the New Adventures Batman, so I like this look of Poison Ivy, and again, I hope we do get a animated series Poison Ivy. And then right over here we have Phantasm from the direct, oh no, that's not, I was going to say direct movie, but the first Batman animated series motion picture, or they call it the Batman animated movie, and there was Mask of the Phantasm. So we got Phantasm right there, which came in a 2-pack with Batman, and I'll show you the heroes in a second, but this is the latest figure that came out. And then we come down, panel down a little bit, and we have Baby Doll. Baby Doll is a character that came with the Killer Croc figure. So that's really cool that we get him, or I'm sorry, we get her as well. So these are the villains that you guys are looking at right here. And very cool. DC Collectibles, they have, you know, they have a really, they can really make this line long as far as villains go, because there's so many villains. They can do Thorn. Again, they can do various versions of these characters because they have the New Adventures and the animated series, and a lot of the characters did change once it went from the animated series to the New Adventures. But again, they can make other like mobsters, like they had Thorn, They can also make the guy who killed Robin's parents in the animated series, and I think it was Danny Zuko. They can also make a character of him if they really wanted to. But other characters or villains I want to see, there was that one, I think his name was Saber, where Catwoman went to that island. It was kind of like an island of Dr. Monroe, and there was that werewolf looking, it was more like a cat or like a tiger or something. It was like half, it was like a hybrid. He was like a human and an animal or a tiger or something. They can make that character as well. Of course, there's Ra's al Ghul, which I think is going to be coming out also, but there's just so many characters they can still make from the New Adventures and Batman the Animated Series for villains. And like I said, this line can go on for quite a while, but these are all the villains right here. They all come with great accessories. That's the good thing about DC Collectibles. It's an affordable price, and you get a lot of accessories and interchangeable parts that come with these figures. Now, let's look at the heroes. Alright guys, so now what you're looking at in the front right here are the heroes that we've gotten from Batman the Animated Series and Batman the New Adventures, and there's not really a whole lot of different characters that we can get because, I mean, it's just basically revolves around Batman and Robin. But we come over here to the left and you can see we have the Robin figure right here, which I love. There's a few things wrong with it. It kind of looks, I don't know if he looks a little too small or if he just looks unproportioned. Something about him looks a little bit off. But either way, I still like the Robin figure, and Robin was one of my favorite characters in the Batman the Animated Series. And then we come over here, and in the center right here, you have two versions of Batman. The one on the, I want to say, they look alike. The one on the right was the first figure that we got from Batman the Animated Series, and the one on the left is like a reissue with a different head sculpt, and that came in the 2-pack of Batman the Mask of the Phantasm, which they came together. So that was the most recent one, the one on the left. The one on the right is the first version we got from Batman the Animated Series from this line. So you got two of the Batmans right there in the classic look from the show, which I love. I love both of those figures. Robin, those are the three characters right there. And then we come over here to the right, and you have the New Adventures right here. So you have Batgirl right there, which I think came out awesome. You have Robin, Tim Drake Robin right there, which again, another figure that came out great. And you have Nightwing on the right, and he looks a little unproportioned, but that's how they do look in the animated, in the New Adventures of Batman. And then you have Batman right there in the back. Now that Batman in the back, if you can look at the bottom, the feet are broken. I'm having him standing on a base, and I know a lot of you guys that purchased this had the issue with the feet breaking off. So that's what happened to me, and people have been telling me, you know, contact DC Collectibles, and I really should do that, but I don't know if it's too late. But that was the first version Batman that we got from this line, and I was happy with it. I wish they would have given us the one on the left first, the Batman the Animated Series, but I mean, we have them already now. But well, on the right is from the Batman the New Adventures, so there's Robin, Batman, and Nightwing. So those are the heroes that we've gotten, and characters I think they can still give us. They can still give us, as far as the animated series goes, they can give us a Bullock. They can give us, I think her name was Perez, the female cop. I think it was for Perez. And then there's Commissioner Gordon, which they are going to be releasing. And there's also the one that Adam West character he voiced. Oh my god, what was his name? The something Ghost. The Grey Ghost. And that was an awesome episode. Like, that would be cool if they gave us a Grey Ghost figure for the heroes, you know, to go with the animated series. And they can also give us an Alfred. They can give us a Bruce Wayne. And they can give us a regular Dick Grayson. So that's another, you know, that's more versions they can give us for these figures. And on the right, we have the New Adventures. And the New Adventures, they can do the same thing. They can give us another version of Bullock, Barbara Gordon, of Commissioner Gordon, of Tim Drake, and Dick Grayson, you know, when he had his long hair and everything, as Nightwing, and Bruce Wayne, because Bruce Wayne did look different in the New Adventures. I think he even had colored eyes. But these are all the figures right here, guys, from the Batman and the animated series and Batman the New Adventures. What do I think about this line? I think it's incredible. A great line, and it keeps on improving. Every figure that comes out just makes me more happier and happier as they go. And like I said, this line can go a long way. The flaws that I have about this, because the cons, I want to say, it's a great price, great sculpts overall, and you get a lot of accessories and interchangeable parts, and it's good for the prices. Now the flaws is sometimes I can't get the figures to stand because their feet are so small. The feet are really, really small on these figures. You guys know what I'm talking about. And sometimes the joints, like on my Robin on the left, the joints is really loose on the leg, so it's kind of hard to get them to stand. And again, the problem that we had from the first series is the feet breaking off, and you know, some of the figures would break. I've heard other people say that they've had figures break, parts break, so that's just one of the flaws I would say. But other than that, I think this is a solid line. But they didn't give us just figures, guys. They also gave us a vehicle. DC Collectibles gave us the Batman the Animated Series Batmobile, and this fits 6-inch figures. It lights up, the inside lights up, the headlights light up, and the back of the tail lights light up as well. And I did a full review on this if you guys want to check it out. So this is very nice. It's a two-seater too, because we've gotten old school versions of this vehicle and they never gave us a two-seater. It was usually always a one-seater, but we have a two-seater now and it lights up, and this is a beautiful piece and very, very affordable. So that's one thing that I truly loved about this piece. And I got a little bit of scuffs on here. But yeah, for the price of this, it's under $100, guys, and you can't beat that. And if you still want to pick this up, you can still pick it up at bigbadtoystore.com. They still have a lot of these figures in stock. I think Man Bat might be sold out though. But yeah, and as far as vehicles go, you know, one thing I would like is the Batwing. How cool would it be if we got a Batwing, and how cool would it be if we got the Bat Cycles? Remember him and Robin used to use the cycles. Robin used to use it a lot too. That'd be so cool if we got that. And did you guys remember in some of the episodes of Batman the Animated Series, he used the what do you call it? It's kind of like a kite. It's not a kite. You guys let me know in the comments below. He flew in it kind of like a kite. I'll throw a picture in here so you guys know what I'm talking about. But I totally forget the name. But the Bat Cycle is something I would love to see. The Batwing, I'm sorry, and that kind of little flight, that kite thingy, and the bats. I already said the Bat Cycles, but yeah, there is vehicles they can give us. And you know what? I'm talking about characters. What if they give us some of the SWAT characters they use from Batman the Animated Series, or some of the officers as well? That'd be really cool. Or just some mobster thugs. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's my overall thoughts on Batman the Animated Series and my collection so far that we have from DC Collectibles. You guys are doing a great job. If you guys do watch this video, please, guys, please keep this line going and just keep on making characters, make more variety. I would love to see again, these guys in their, you know, regular look without the costumes. I think that would really sell for a lot of fans as well. But let me know what you guys have, what figures you guys have, which ones you guys are happy about, which you're not happy about. Did you get any problems with your figures breaking? Are you having problems with them standing? Did you guys get into the vehicles? What do you guys think about this line overall? Drop a comment down below, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, stay tuned for more. There's a lot more stuff coming on the way, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Merry Christmas.